Got a little preview of our upcoming program to give you today. I got sitting here with me Dr. Hiltibidal. And Doc, we're going to talk about your DVD.
Yes, sir.
It's called Zechariah, Prophecies and Promises, Returning to Shinar.
Returning to Shinar.
Tell us what this is about. I understand there's like 8 visions in the book of Zechariah that he had.
First 6 chapters have 8 visions. They started at Zechariah's time after the captivity. And the 8th vision is of the millennial reign. They're in sequential order of time. And so we're going to deal with the 7th vision, which is just prior to the millennial reign, which coincides with us at the ending of the church age and bringing it to the tribulation days.
Do you think there's any significance, the fact that it's the 7th vision?
Well, I hadn't thought about it that way, but it's closing it out.
And
yes.
it seems to shed light on like the tribulation going into the end when Christ comes back and sets up the kingdom.
It's all about a one world order. It's all about what started in history with Mystery Babylon. And if you remember in the book of Revelation, the final vial of wrath that the Lord pours out is when Mystery Babylon comes up in remembrance before the Lord again.
Okay.
And so it takes you from history forwards and from forward back to history to where we're at right now.
All right. Kind of timely right now. We're
very timely.
We're looking at globalism setting in on us before our very eyes.
It is in every aspect. Yes, and they're even they're going to be tying the financial aspect of Mystery Babylon and the political. They're tying it all together in the new serums that they're wanting to inject everybody with.
So the catalyst that's being used for all of this stuff, the digital currency,
yes,
the one world government, all that, the catalyst seems to be this virus that you can't see, that most of us believe is a scamdemic instead of a pandemic.
I'm not saying it's not it is a virus or it's a germ, but it's in the exact same family that all the flus are. And but yes, politically it's been made into a motivation to jolt the world down I call it like the freight train going down the track. It may have slowed up, but it's still got momentum going. And we're going to have a one world order either before we're out of here or as soon as we're out of here.
Right, and we know that. We know that Revelation 6, the Antichrist is going to be crowned after we're gone, of course. So that doesn't mean that the global system isn't here ahead of that, because it certainly, I mean, we can see it now.
Well, God, it's not like a play where they pull the curtain across and change all the play and the setting and then pull the curtain back for Act 3. One day just morphs into the next to the next. So whenever we're out of here, the stage is already prepared for the next piece of the puzzle to go into the one world order, if it hadn't already.
Well, give us a little tidbit of what's on there. How long? This is one DVD.
That's probably 40 minutes or so.
Give them a little bit of tidbit of what's on this thing.
Well, we talk about the sequence of timing. We talk about some of the things concerning how you identify Israel. But primarily we look at the literal things that are used figuratively to explain itself. That's how, just like a parable uses something literal to teach a literal truth.
Right.
Here you're going to have women, you're going to have storks, you're going to have everything that's symbolic, wickedness. You got a basket, you got a root. All of these things are real and literal, but what they're teaching. And so that's what we explain in the DVD.
I think the book of Zechariah is a less familiar book for most people.
It is, except a lot of people know over in chapter 12, and they know about those that get involved in Israel and the Middle East and all that's going to cut themselves. They get messed up. Then a lot of people know a little bit about chapter 14 and the fact when Christ comes at the end of the tribulation period. But they miss out on the first 6 chapters, which are wonderful as they walk you right through all of history to where we are today.
I have my Bible open. Guess what? Chapter 14.
Yeah.
I've got stuff highlighted all over this chapter.
That's where most people know.
His feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives.
Yes.
That's exciting. That's the end time. That's Christ coming back.
Yes.
Verse 1, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and I'll gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. That's the battle of Armageddon, right?
Right.
But on down towards the end of the chapter, there's something interesting. Verse 16, it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up. Now this has got to be the millennium here, because this is after Armageddon.
That's right.
And he says they shall go up even from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, that's Jesus.
Yes, sir.
And listen to this, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. We're going to keep the Feast of Tabernacles during the millennium. That's interesting.
Well, the millennium, I believe, is back to Old Testament economy.
In fact, 3 times in this chapter, that phrase, to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, from verse 16 to verse 19, 3 times that phrase is mentioned.
Well, chapter 14 tells us the ending of it into the millennial reign. But the 7th vision of Zechariah sets the stage just before the millennium.
So in this week's program, we're going to spend most of our time on that 7th vision.
Yes.
And just a little summary, 30 seconds. What is this vision about?
It's all about the world returning to its roots at Shinar. So you go back to the 11th chapter of the book of Genesis, and there you find out what took place at Shinar under Nimrod, and what took place at Babel. And one of the key words in chapter number 5, where that's housed, is this is their resemblance through all the earth. Okay. So this is not just something that has to do with the Middle East, but this is something that encompasses the entire world.
All right. And in case you're wondering, folks, we will have Dr. Hiltibidal's DVD will be on the website for you to go and, if you'd like to get one. I'm convinced of this, Doc. There's meat in here that most prophecy people haven't looked at.
Might be.
I'll be honest. Some of this is new to me. And that's why I tell people, you've got some strengths that I don't have. I have some areas that I excel in. And together, I think we make a good team.
Yes.
It's like we're each one leg of a man, and together we're a formidable foe.
I don't know about that, but I do think we make a good team.
Yeah. So, all right, I'll read the back cover during the show coming up. The website, of course, you can go there and take a look at the DVD, read the back cover there if you want. And don't miss the show this week, and don't forget to click the subscribe button right here on YouTube. Just click the subscribe button so you'll be able to follow us and watch our shows every week. As time goes by, we're going to be doing more than just TV shows and little previews. As time goes by, we're going to be doing several YouTube videos a week. In fact, if I come out here for a few days a week, like we're planning in the future, we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna work. We're gonna. I'm not just going to let you take me out to eat all the time. I mean, we're going to work.
Well, you're paying today.
So,
amen.
We're gonna. I'd like to put out a lot of YouTube stuff. Now you can only do so many TV shows. It's once a week. Yes. But YouTube's you can do as many as you want.
Yes.
So
and be timely.
Yeah. So don't forget the Facebook page, God's Final Jubilee Facebook. And in fact, the YouTube channel. Of course, you're watching the YouTube channel now, so you know where that is, obviously. So, all right. Well, on that note, Doc, let's get ready and we'll get the show going here. Amen. Every Friday night, 7 p.m. on Eastern Time on CTN, you can find us, okay? All right. See you next time. Keep your eyes on the skies.
Amen.